What's going on, everybody? I can't actually see the screen anyway. The sun actually came out for a change. Since it's been overcast all day, it did wait until the late hours to start raining. It did not pour, which is beautiful. I just hope today would be a little bit nicer. It's a little bit cooler than I desire. I want it to be hot and beautiful like it was yesterday. But what can you ask? I don't control the weather, and neither do you. But today is part two to why you might want to go to Avalon. I may not be talking through all of this. I'm just going to show what the strip looks like. And today is a great day for that because it is overcast. The overcast makes it so, the beach that you can get anywhere. You can get a beach at any shore town. You may see some different things here, but really, just because the women look a little bit better doesn't mean that the ocean is any warmer than it is in Atlantic City or Wildwood. Though the sand is a little bit nicer here, I can't lie. They each have their own things, and Wildwood gets in my pores and makes me itchy. And Atlantic City, well, it's just too stony and full of people I don't want to look at. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this around. I'm standing at the police station now. I'm just going to walk down Dune Drive. You can see some of the things that you might see if you were here, or what kind of atmosphere you might want. If you are someone who comes here, I imagine, because I like the atmosphere here, I like the people here, I love how they act, I love who they are, I love that they come here for their vacation and stay all summer. So if you're one of those people, thank you for watching, and come see me at the White Briar. We're partying every weekend. They party all week, but I'm only there on the weekends. So yeah, like I said, I'm just going to turn it, and you can see if you fit in here or not, because if you don't, I don't want to get hit by a car. Not that I would mind it so much. It's not like it'd be the first time in all of history that I got hit by a car. But I'm impatient. Probably the Red Bull that I drank. But I got another one for tonight because I need to keep a high energy, because if the weather's going to be bad, then it's going to have to be good. And this is one of very few spots that I've seen in New Jersey that actually has electric car charging spots where you can actually plug in while you're doing whatever it is that you do. There's plenty of activity here, as it is one giant amusement park for the most part. Though the day life is more family oriented, the nightlife is still very alive. I'm not going to be able to show that on a live stream because I'll be working. If it is busy, I'll be working. And so I will have to do that. Oh, man, I'll get hit by a truck. I'll go around. I don't pay attention to all the rules. I never did. If I got a toy, I broke it. If there was a line, I crossed it. And I'd say that's working out fairly well for me. The grocery store actually has more produce and healthy things, much more than you're going to find at many other spots, although I don't think there's a fruit truck here, which is always nice on some of the other islands. Just couldn't ask to see such things. For the most part, most people mind their own, although I probably appear as though I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to you. I don't know if you're talking or not, because honestly, I can't see my screen in the sun with or without the sunshades, and I'm really not trying to. Because if I'm paying attention to my phone, I'm not paying attention to where I'm going, and I might do something like get hit by a car, since I'm trying to do that anyway. There was a situation yesterday where I probably should have just pushed my van in the traffic, but I was trying to be courteous and nice, and I wasn't quite with it because I don't sleep very much on these holiday weekends. I get so amped up because of the positive energy, just the empathy I get from the positive energy is so divine. I get so hyper, it's glorious. I actually worked there for a little bit last summer. They let me go for sleeping in the parking lot in my van. I'm not, it wasn't like I was like passed out drunk in some kind of degrading situation. I try not to do that. I at least find my way home, since my home is usually not far from where I decide to uh, inebriate. Now, I don't know that everyone else will be staying until Tuesday, but I intend on staying at least until tomorrow evening, hopefully well after the traffic has died down. If I could sit in traffic for 6 hours to get an hour inland, or I could hang out and enjoy it here for another 6 hours and only spend an hour in travel, that's what I would do. And that's what I implore that you do as well. That's the case with all the seasonal shore towns. Why would you leave to just sit with it? If you can afford to, stay the extra day, stay 2. You deserve it. You work hard for your money, and you should enjoy the way that you spend it. It should be relaxing, and it should be soothing to your soul, no matter how you do it. I've been surprised this year at the amount of Jeeps that I've seen. Like, they're cheap. Spot surf boutique. I'm gonna have to get another pair of swim trunks at some point, because I got 2 pair now, and the second pair that I actually am wearing now, I don't like the way that it fits. It's too like crispy. It dries out much faster, but I don't like the crispy feeling. I'd much rather have it be loose and form fitting when I get out of the water. That is a Wookiee hood. I don't know. The sun comes out. People are actually starting to head to the beach. They can wait. Traffic, for the most part, is not in a rush here. There are always people who have to get to work, because none of these amusements can happen without somebody actually being there. Well, I guess some of them probably could be. There's the chintzier version. But, you always need a change. It doesn't really matter if there's a good one or not. In the case of mini golf, you can go to one or the other. And if you play one all the time, you kind of got to play the other, because you're going to get bored of it. That is not the case with the party. Like I said, I won't be able to do that as a live stream. However, I do expect to run through with my camera the next time it gets busy, which may not be for a couple of weeks, because June is still a settling month. Oh, word. There's 2 people watching. I'm happy you're with me, but I really don't have the opportunity to look at the screen. So I hope you're enjoying what you see here. It's definitely something worth checking out for yourself if you find that it's somewhere where you would fit in, or if you're like me and just don't care. I will point out that I've only seen one convertible Mini Cooper. I have seen a lot of nice kayaks, and I was happy to do some kayaking yesterday on the back bay. Got me thinking I am going to get a second kayak. It's going to be a tandem that can also be a single, and it's going to be an ocean kayak so that I can take it in the rivers or be in the ocean so that I can do different things. Now, I did fly my drone a little bit from my kayak, and I will be practicing that quite a bit more. It's not that hard to land if you can, bring it in front of your face and grab it. Ice cream. Clothes. Work! I wonder if you're watching now. The Avalon liquor store owned by Fred. He also owns a place in Stone Harbor. Stone Harbor is attached to the same island, but I'm going to do that as a separate set of episodes, possibly next weekend, because I think I'll be on for 2 days. So, of course, I'm going to stay every weekend all summer long and try to hit as many of these points as I can. But since I'm here this weekend, and this weekend is the weekend to be here, I'm up to 3 now. I'm going to assume that car was somebody that is watching. I don't know. I'm going to get hit by a car. Get hit by a truck. I don't think anybody's going to try and do that. But I wouldn't be driving around at 10. I wouldn't be walking around at 10 o'clock at night like this. I instead wait until about 3 o'clock in the morning to walk around. Last night I walked around and found a credit card, but I turned it into Wawa. Hopefully they discontinued it. It is what it is. That wasn't the kind of money I was looking to find on the ground. But I did find myself a nice $50 set of tools. Just laying on the ground like nobody cared. And the great part about that is it's not something I have to worry about selling because it's something that I had of my own and I lost them. So it's great to have a replacement. Made it. Stop there. Stop there. Stop there. Hi, ready? I am not used to having people shout out to me while I'm doing any of my streams, so I'm sorry if I missed you guys. I really wanted to get you on film, but by the time my brain actually realized that you were talking to me, it was too late. And I don't know, I'd like to think that people are going to head out to the beach since it is actually sunny, but I don't know, because it's not supposed to stay sunny. I would love for it to, but, I'm going to go down here. See, now I'm down to 2 again, but it is what it is. I don't know that you would want to sit and watch this if you're actually driving around town anyway. I mean, I'm just walking. Yeah, I would always walk past the Princeton, but that might just be a little bit biased because I actually get a paycheck from the Whitebriar. So, of course, I would always say that is a better party, but it is a better party. It's a better atmosphere. It's bigger, and it has more options for all of the things that you're going to do. And like I said, I'm not going to walk through there. There's nothing going on in there right now. There is a very nice restaurant with exquisite food. But I will get some filmed footage for the final cut of this, which is going to be me cutting my live streams from these multiple days apart and turning it into one episode that will be an ongoing thing. I am still fairly disappointed with the quality of cars that I've seen this year. Oh, there's a convertible Mini Coupe. With the wheels. That's not my girl. That one's brand new. And it's an S. My girl don't have an S. Huh. But it is what it is. There's one just like it. So I say to go to places where you fit in, because if you're doing anything else, then all you're really doing is degrading yourself. Why would you want to party in places where you don't fit in? Because the quality of people just isn't as good as you. It's going to make you feel worse about yourself. And you want to be around people who are just as happy, just as positive, just as relaxed. Because the whole idea of partying and going on vacation, having your trip is so that you can relax. You don't want to deal with the stress. You don't want to deal with all the crap. Now, let me see if I can't walk up here on the bridge and see the kids jumping off, because I thought about getting in. Actually, I think that's the next one, to be honest. I thought about getting in the water yesterday at the bridge, but I noticed that the kids were like jumping off the bridge into the water. I thought it was cool. I tried to get it on. I tried to get them jumping in with the drone, but I don't know if they could see the drone, or if they did, they weren't paying attention to what I was doing, or they were paying attention. They didn't want to do anything in front of it because everybody knows it's a flying camera. But that's what I got it for. That one. These blocks just go on and on and on for miles and miles and miles. I never really got the opportunity to enjoy this until I worked here, to be honest, because I never had another reason to be here. When I worked at Domino's and we delivered here, it was never a pleasant experience, partially because it was so far away from where I was coming from. It took me forever, and it cost me money because ultimately I never got tips on this island, because the only way to get tips is to pick them up off the ground. And, well, it cost me because I couldn't get to the rest of my customers so well. They did tip me. When I worked in courthouse and I delivered here, it did bring my average down, but I had a $10 tip average, so I couldn't really complain. I would love to be able to work for tips here, but I don't see the white collar doing that for me, so it is what it is. Hopefully, YouTube will get me somewhere, because I'm certainly trying. Yeah, I think it's the next slide. I don't know. I'm just kind of randomly walking around now. It is what it is. I got nothing better to do. Not until 4, and I don't know what time it is now. Oh, it's only 2 o'clock now. I got 2 hours before I even start working. And I'm just trying to get the overall atmosphere from the people as I walk around, people having a great time, enjoying their holiday weekend, because that fuels me. That makes me so much more energetic and so much happier. And everybody's looking at me like I'm retarded because I'm talking to myself. It is what it is. I am live, and I probably ought to get like a wrap on my phone or something that says that I'm live now. That way, people actually know what I'm doing, as opposed to, well, I could be just any other idiot that's walking around looking at their phone when there's so much better things to see. I'm going to go around this car because they need to go somewhere. Really? One biting fly on the entire island. It was a buzz around my head. Got a little sunburnt yesterday, so I'm wearing a red shirt, so you really can't see that. But I missed the spot in between my shoulder blades when I put on my sunscreen. And then I went out on a kayak and had it had the sun multiplied by the water, which, well, I still enjoy it. And it's not badly burned. I put some Aquaphor on it last night. I'll be healing today, and I'll be tanned by, well, at the rate I'm going, probably the middle of next week, I'll have a nice tan going. Of course, I don't know. That highly depends on the weather. The weather still has been somewhat unforgiving. I'm very thankful for what we have had so far this weekend, and I hope it continues. Because last year, the holidays were just, they're murder. Which is part of the reason why I think this year is going so well. Though not the most popular, Tonio's Pizza is the best pizza on the island. And he has a seafood shack, but I've never been in there. I don't know. Is what it is. Well, there's still 2 people watching. So I must be doing something right, or maybe you're not paying attention. Doesn't matter to me. Like I said, I can't really see the screen in order to read the messages. So everybody has a dog, and everybody walks their dog, and checks out the magazines, and is what it is. But I have never run into an aggressive dog on this island. I'd like to keep it that way. I'm impatient. I'm not waiting for the light to change. Now, even though this is a kid's thing to do, to jump off of the bridge into the water, I think it is great that it still gets done. I also like this view, as you can kind of see. You may not have a beach house, but I think this is a much better location to be on the water, be able to keep your yacht no matter how big it is. I hope the phone's not focusing on the chain link. I think they're connected. I'm gonna walk around there. I'll probably end when I get back to 20th, because I'm gonna. How you doing? What's that? Hit the what? It's giving me troubles. Hold on. No, I'm sorry, guys. I've been. Yeah, have fun. I was watching you just jump off the bridge yesterday from my yak. It was awesome. Damn it. It will not. Have been using the other smaller one, which actually does work. This one doesn't want to keep battery contact and is a problem. I'm probably going to have to go back that way because I don't think there's any way out here. Yeah, I got it to hit. It is what it is. I'm still running pretty high nicotine, and so if I go without it for too long, it's a problem. But I'd much rather run high nicotine in an e-cig than be smoking cigarettes because, well, my lungs, my entire capacity. I'm not going to walk around back here too much because for the most part, it is just houses upon houses. But you get an idea of, what you're going to see here. It's not these aren't the fronts of the houses. The fronts of the houses actually face the water anyway. But everybody gets a nice deck that you can sit out. You can, talk to your neighbors from across the way. You can do your own things on your own property. And if I'm going to go back and hit this for those kids, I got to fill it. So that's going to be fun because I'm already one-handed. I feel like a retard. That's what I feel like. I feel like a T-Rex. The way I have to hold the phone. I don't want to put it in my pocket though. Oh man, child safety. I don't know if I can do this. No, I'm gonna have to put the phone in my pocket. Sorry. How you doing? Turned out to be a great day, isn't it? Oh, what's going on? Needed both hands. I don't believe those kids work for the FDA. Honestly, I don't think they work for anyone. They are probably paid better than me, though, from the things that I've seen around here. I had to put the phone in my pocket for a second because I needed both hands to refill my e-cig because it was dry and I needed a solid hit. Let me see if I can't get them to jump in for me, though. You guys are all done? It's just getting hot out here. I'm doing a live stream on YouTube. I was hoping to get some of you guys to jump in for me.
You want to say hi to it?
Yeah, if you want to.
No! What's your YouTube channel?
Matt Manduke.
Matt Manduke?
Manduke. Manduke.
I think I have videos, so I remember it. What's your name?
Manduke.
Alright, Matt Manduke.
Manduke.
I hit the vape.
What's that?
Hit the vape.
Yeah, I got it. I had to fix it. I dropped it a couple times, but.
Is there smoke? Oh, you're gonna blow a fat cloud. Whoa!
Have fun, guys. Now, this isn't my preferred beach necessarily, but what's going on? Have fun, guys. Is what it is, and be what it be. There is such a great, happy atmosphere out here that I just can't help but enjoy it. Although I wish the sun would have been out all day, I probably would have been out on my yak again because it was just too much fun to do that. I don't know who I got left, but I'm glad you're still watching. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and hang a left. I'm going to head back to 20th Street. Now I'm going to end up ending this there. But I want to continue to walk around and enjoy the things that you can see here because, well, it's appreciated here. Which is so much different from, where I'm from. Because inland just, it has this overall stigmatism of negativity that it's awful. It puts everyone in a bad mood and everyone stays in a bad mood. And maybe it's because the majority of people here are on vacation. They're not from the area. They're, here to enjoy it and here to get away from their own negativities. And so they actually do that. But I don't find that that's always the case in some of these tourist type areas, which, wow, look at that car. 2 of them. Come down and you show your best off. And you be your best and you have as much fun as you possibly can. And you're going to have as much fun as you possibly can if you just keep your mindset in the right place where you're as happy as you possibly can be. I do have a couple episodes that I have not filmed yet. Some edited videos. I have a new poem that I wrote. Don't worry, guys, it's not mushy. It's actually a little bit more of a fantasy type thing in a very well done, truthful way. I also have some artwork that I'm going to be doing, but I'm still figuring it out. I'm figuring out what I want to do for my logo because that has to be mass producible and it still has to scream me. I'm actually considering my face. I'm not sure about that, but my face is my face on my YouTube. So it is what it is. I'm not sure what's going on with that. That'll be in the next couple of days. I just don't have the mood to be doing it right now. I also have some angry episodes coming up where I have an angry about rules. Oh, here's one. Here's a golf cart that's dressed up like a Cadillac. I think they're turning. I understand those ones are capable of doing 50. The other ones are capable of doing 40. Some maybe 45. Probably your most efficient means of transportation on an island with a speed limit of 25. which you'll see more and more of that. The Hape car. Convertible GT. Not everything is standoff, and actually a lot of the vehicles that I see, most of them aren't even in the colors like red. Most of the really standout cars, like say this Maserati here, it kind of still blends in with your average four-doors, which I think is weird. If you're someone who needs to have a fancy car because sometimes you got to spend money to make money, you have to have that really nice thing so that more nice people want to come around you. Why would you get something that's so mundane that it just blends in with the Volvo right next to it, or the Subaru Outback? It's not that the Maserati isn't a beautiful car and it doesn't stand out to me, but for the average person, it doesn't look that much different. Yes, it sounds different. Yes, it behaves different, and I'm sure it is a pleasure to drive, but that's not the only reason why you get such an expensive thing. It's also for the way that you look, and I would figure something like that you want to stand out. But I find that's very common in those cars, that they don't offer such standout type things. Which I think is why Lamborghini comes in such exotic colors. You know, the really fancy ones will only come in this really weird burnt orange. I understand the deli is doing phenomenal this year. You should definitely check it out. What's going on, guys? Oh, crap. Getting hit by cars and talking to people. And that sounds like my cross. I don't know if the sun's going to stay out from the way that the weather looks. I think it might. It might not. I don't know. I'm down to nobody now anyway. Is what it is. I'm going to turn this camera around. I want to thank everybody for watching. I hope that you really enjoyed this. Sorry about that pocket situation, but it is what it is. I am back to my van. I'm going to chill out for the next hour and a half or so before I go to work so that I can really get my motivation for the kind of show that I have to put on, or like I feel that I do. Yeah, I'd say come in and check me out tonight, but you know, if you're already watching this, you're probably going to. Oh, there's a pretty one. X4 is kind of rare. Just for what it is, makes it, you know, stand out just a little bit more. So, like I said, I want to thank everybody for watching. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. When it ends, please click those suggested videos, and if you're new, click that subscribe button. It's that little wiener in the corner for now. It'll be a big one later.